Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming today. I'm Dale Bowden, and I'm chairman of the Louisville Regional Airport Authority Board. I'd like to welcome Mayor Craig Greenberg and the Louisville Tourism Executive Vice President Doug Bennett for joining us today, in addition to Dan Mann and Anthony Gilmore with the Airport Authority. Plus, I'd like to acknowledge any additional Airport Authority members that are around today. I don't see any of the board members. They're probably all headed to Miami or Fort Lauderdale on some of these direct flights. We're here today because we've got some exciting news to share, record-breaking news, in fact. And it's pretty amazing that this is the second time in the last 5 years since, no coincidence, Dan Mann joined us in March of 2018. That we're here to celebrate another record year for passenger traffic at SDF. And on behalf of the Airport Authority Board, I'd like to thank Dan and his staff for their dedication and hard work. These successes do not happen overnight. These guys and gals work every day maintaining key relationships with our business partners, our airlines, our community to make our airport better, and the best airport, as Dan likes to say. And just as the SDF Next program, a $400 million investment, where this direct investment in our facility, our terminal improvements, is happening right now behind you, the construction walls, as well as other essential projects on our airfield. We are here today to celebrate these investments made by the airlines and our community. And to share the good news, I'd like to welcome Louisville Regional Airport Authority Executive Director Dan Mann to the podium.
Thanks, Neil. Thanks, everybody, for showing up today. I'm Dan Mann. I'm the Executive Director of the airport, and came here in 2018 with the intention to be the best airport in the country, and hopefully set a few records along the way. And so we'll start first, though, with kind of a little video celebrating horse racing in Derby City. So if we can get that thing rolling, that'd be great.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's call the horses to the post. And they're off and running in the SDF, busiest years ever Derby. Everyone broke well out of the gate. Out of the gate with speed on the outside is 2000. 2000 takes them into the turn, but 2000 swinging very wide as the rest of the horses are bunched up. Moving out in front now to set the pace, taking them over the quarter, and 22-1 is 2019. Moving up on the outside to engage the leader is 2022. 2019 moves out in front. Now settling into second, a half a length off the pace is 2022. Finding speed now on the outside is 2018. Quickening the pace in the center is a 2023. Moving up now is 2018. 2018 trying to engage the leader, racing about a half a length off the pace. 2018 now makes it a duo. It's 2019 and 2018. A length off the pace is 2023. They cross the half in 49.6, and they race into the final turn well off the pace. Looking for speed is 2007. 2000 is off the pace, but 2000 now quickens the pace and starting to gain some ground on the leaders. Looking for speed is 2019. Well off the pace is 2022. Out in front now, setting the pace, showing the way it's 2018. 2018 by a length and a half to 2 lengths. Trying to make up some ground is 2023, also looking for speed is 2019. They round the turn and down the stretch they come out in front. It's now 2023, followed by 2019 and 2000 trying to hang on. It's 2023 by length. Here comes 2019 trying to make a move on the far outside now is 2000. Coming to the wire, it's 2023 by length. 2023 wins it, followed by 2019 and 2000. 2023 is the airport's busiest year ever.
That's kind of fun. 2023 was absolutely amazing year. 4.6 million employments. It should have been more like Secretariat running away from the field. That's how impressive 2023 was. 10% ahead of our previous record-setting year in 2019. So, a lot of people flew through the airport and saw the construction. Dale mentioned 400 million terminal renovation. That's probably a loose number. It's probably going to be closer to 500 million plus. We keep finding more things to fix and to improve the customer service. And as we grow like we did in 2023, it gives us ideas to do even more in the terminal renovation. So 2023, as I mentioned, was great, 4.6 million total passengers. Every month in 2023 was a record-setting month, with October being our busiest month ever. 465,000 plus passengers came through the terminal in the month of October. And then the trifecta for this is SDF of the top 100 airports in North America. SDF was the fastest growing. So again, by all accounts, 2023 was just absolutely amazing. Our airline partners had nearly double-digit capacity increases, with United being up 53%. Think about that. 53% increase in United capacity, unbelievable. Breeze up 41%, and American Airlines was up 32%. So all the airlines added capacity. I think what's really impressive about that is, as capacity was added, we were filling the airplanes, and so it had momentum. The airlines responded, and the customers responded by flying through our airports. So all good things. The ultra low cost carriers. Obviously, ultra-low-cost carriers are important for competition, more nonstops, and also better pricing. And that's something the leisure traveler really looks at. And so the ultra-low-cost carriers, Allegiant, Spirit, Breeze, and Sun Country, they all added capacity in 2023. And we had 203,000 more seats on the ultra-low-cost, just the ultra-low-cost carriers in 23 than we had in 22. So everything that was just clicking in 2023. With a larger aircraft, more frequency, more nonstop destinations, and more ultra-low-cost carriers, we think 2024 is going to be even better. If I was a betting man, I would have bet on 2023. I'd probably put $1 or $2 on 2024 to be even another record-setting year. The first quarter, and one of the things, we look at the capacity, the first quarter in 2024 is up 13%. So 13% over 2023, which every month in that quarter was a record-setting year. So we think 2024 is going to be absolutely amazing. I have to say, though, none of this happens by accident. We have to be very intentional with our growth. And I have to say a big shout out to our partners. First, obviously, our airline partners. None of this is possible without the airline partners trusting what we say, trusting our market, and adding capacity and having faith that we'll do the right marketing to fill those airplanes up. So airline partners, big shout out to them. We couldn't do it without you. The other part, and I sometimes hesitant to do this because Anthony already knows he's a rock star. Anthony is my VP of Air Service Development and Strategic Marketing. When he came here in 2018, it was a mission to leverage our airline partners, make a case about how great Louisville is, and he got the airlines to listen. They've added capacity, and you saw in the race 2018 was the top 5, 2022, 2019, 2023. So since 2018, we've kind of we've had some thoroughbreds coming through here on as far as numbers goes. But Anthony made the case. The airline partners listened to it. All that is important, but we still have to have the community that's flying. And so every time we added capacity, a new route, we marketed it, talked to the community, and the community responded by flying. And again, that's why I think 2024 is going to be really, really good for us, because we'll continue to fill these planes up as long as we have the right capacity, the right size aircraft, the right destinations. And Anthony and our airline partners have done a great job lining that up for us. And then finally, Louisville Tourism. It's great, and we all think about it's us flying somewhere, but a lot of this capacity and a lot of the filling these planes up are people coming to Louisville for maybe the first time or the second time or the third time or starting a business. And Louisville Tourism is a huge part of that. They've created kind of an atmosphere of Louisville being a destination. And we see it all the time when we come through here. Say, what do you come to Louisville for? It's like, oh, I heard some good stuff about it. And tourism is kind of leading the charge on that. So none of this is possible without all these partners. And I sincere thank you for everybody making this possible. And that's what, again, I think we've got momentum into 2024. Very, very excited about that. So I think the foundation's set for future growth. Looking forward to it. And with that, I'll kick it over to Anthony.
I wanted to talk a little bit about what it takes to have a record-breaking year, but also what it means to be the fastest-growing airport in the U.S. Usually in this business, people think about growth markets. They think about the Austins, the Nashvilles, the Raleigh-Durhams of the world. This year is so significant because our growth rate outpaced all of those places, outpaced everybody. So, when the airlines are thinking about where are we going to grow, what are these up and coming markets, where are good places to put capacity, where can we keep investing, Louisville's right in the conversation with these other historically large, historically fast growing places. So really incredible company for our community and for our airport to be in those conversations. Another thing I want to point out is the influx of capacity that Dan was talking about. That brings fares down. So the ultra low cost carriers come in, they grow, the other airlines respond and they grow. So our airfares are the lowest that they've been in a long, long time. So more and more people are able to come and go to the city and to the community, probably than ever before, because it's much more affordable than it's ever been to do that. With all that capacity comes better products, so better onboard products for passengers. So most flights in and out of here now are on mainline aircraft for the first time in a long, long time. And what that means is you're on a big plane. You can take your carry-on on board. The flight probably has Wi-Fi. The flight definitely has a first-class cabin. They can take cargo in and out of here that they didn't previously be able to bring in and out of the city. So really just an all-around holistic great story for growth for the airport and for the market. One of the things we used to get comments about were some of the really small regional jets where you had to gate check your bags and there was no internet and things like that. Less than 5% of our flights now are on those small airplanes. So you think about that, 95% of the flights coming in and out of Louisville right now, big airplanes, first class, wireless internet, all those creature comforts and amenities. So all of the same things that you would expect on a flight from Nashville or Indianapolis or Pittsburgh or even a Dallas or Atlanta, those same products and features are on flights to and from Louisville now. And also, as Dan mentioned, as we continue to grow and people fly, when people take advantage of those new flights coming to and from the city, the airlines take notice of that. So we have great momentum and we have great energy right now. So as long as people continue to use those new services and those new flights, we will continue to get those new services and those new flights. And that's our intention. Yep.
Thank you, Dan and Anthony, and congratulations on just a stellar year. These guys described themselves as airplane geeks, and their passion really shows through on this, and it's certainly proven in the numbers. So now I'd like to welcome Mayor Craig Greenberg to the podium for a few words. Mayor.
Thank you so much, Dale and Dan and Anthony. Good morning. Congratulations to you and your entire team. And let me just start by saying thanks to you all and to the hardworking men and women who are keeping the airport running during tough weather like this, that keep planes safely landing and taking off, and to all of the folks that are working across our city right now to keep the roads safe and as clear as possible so that people can get to and from as they want. But thank you very much for all of your hard work and your team's hard work. Well, it's great to be back at the airport. I just landed here last night at 10:30. I was in Washington, our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., for a couple of days, and it was thriving at 10:30 last night. It's again busy today, and that, as you can tell, is the case every day of the year here at SDF, because it is wonderful to celebrate the record-breaking year of 2023, and it's also wonderful to celebrate that Louisville has the fastest-growing airport in the entire country. That is truly amazing, and I think it's in part because of Dan and the entire team at SDF that makes it work and is doing all the good work that Anthony described every day to have these planes coming and going to more destinations nonstop than ever before here in Louisville. But it's also reflective of our city that's on the move. We've had a great couple of years in our city with wonderful economic development activity taking place. As you mentioned, we'll hear from Doug next at Louisville Tourism, making Louisville a world-class destination. So in the past, many people might have thought about our airport for packages. Well, we do packages wonderfully here at SDF, but we also serve passengers well as well. And you can tell that from these record-breaking years that we've had, and we're just getting started. This airport is such an essential part to our continued growth in our city, to continuing to make our city safer, stronger, and healthier. And so we are going to continue to do everything that we can to partner with the airport, to partner with Louisville Tourism, to continue to build on this success. And Dan, you're pretty conservative better with only $1 or $2 on 2024, because when you think about the year ahead with the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby, with the PGA Championship, with Ironman coming back to Louisville, with Bourbon and Beyond, Louder Than Life, and so many other great events that are happening over this course of this year, I think it is a good bet to think about 2024 being yet another record-breaking year for the airport and another record-breaking year for our city as we continue to build a safer, stronger, and healthier city. So congratulations to everyone at SDF, and I'm excited about our future together. Keep up the great work with the planes, also with the investment in the facility. You can tell what a quality operation this is, the quality of experience this is for passengers who are either departing or arriving. And with the new investments in things like TSA and everything else that you're doing to make it an even more friendlier experience and to facilitate the growth that's happening, I'm really excited about the future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor, for making time for us today. We appreciate it. And now I'd like to welcome Doug Bennett, Executive Vice President of Louisville Tourism, up for a comment.
Thank you, Dale. Good morning. Doug Bennett, Executive Vice President at Louisville Tourism, and we are thrilled to be here. You don't get to do this very often. It is certainly a momentous occasion, and we're happy to be here to help celebrate. Surpassing last year's, or 2019's record is certainly cause for celebration. We can't do what we do, a growing, thriving, efficient airport focused on the customer experience is critical to our destination tourism strategy. So I applaud Dan and his talented team for what they do every day. You just need to look around and see and feel the growth, the vibrancy, construction can be a little bit of an inconvenience, but long term, we're setting the stage, Dan and his team are, for really great things for the city of Louisville and our destination. The growth of this airport, along with additional momentum around our city, which include hotel investment, the numerous new bourbon distillery attractions coming in, that just proves Louisville continues to be hot. There's interest, and there's interest to invest in our community, which is good for all of us. 22, as the mayor indicated, brought certainly some great events and record passenger traffic, but as we get started with 24, our calendar is as strong as it's ever been in terms of events mentioned. Ironman. We have some NCAA programming in December that will light up our city. Certainly the 150 running and the PGA Championship. We have an industry event literally following the PGA Championship. So our group calendar is very robust, and I'll bet a few more than $2 that we'll be right back here and be touting 24 as our next record. So during these major events, the events that have been mentioned, we plan on welcoming the guests. We have a new welcome center being built as we speak right downtown, or right downstairs. And we plan on being the front door to that experience as they arrive, and really getting them on their way as they go out and look to explore, look to invest and spend money at our attractions, our restaurants, our lively neighborhoods. So that's how we intend to welcome guests. And then finally, I'd say that our relationship with Dan and his team is so critical to our support, and we're always looking for ways of growing and helping invest in new markets and doing what we can to attract investment in the way of new routes, new cities, etc. So we're committed to continuing that, and I just want to congratulate and applaud Dan and his very talented team for this occasion today, and hopefully you're back here in a year from now and celebrating another record. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. So no celebration, at least not one in bourbon country, is complete without our native spirit. So I'd like to invite the mayor and Dan and Anthony and Doug to join me in a little bourbon toast and photo to celebrate 2023 and the new record-setting year with more than 4.6 million passengers at SDF.
You know, step here in front of the podium.
And good.
Here,